This Monday, 6th of April, Honkai Impact 3rd released a new open world map in public, and it is astonishing, bringing 3 new, well, new-ish characters, and what looks like to be 10 new enemies with brand new gameplay mechanics. This is by far the most ambitious open world yet, and it can be most clearly seen with this map. This one is huge! Now, if you've already played the map, you might know that certain areas are blocked by those mean-looking red gates and insult your intelligence every time you get close to them. But do not fear, for these gates are the real dummies, and every single one can be skipped, and I'm going to be showing you how. A big new mechanic in this map is aerial combat. With an all-new flashy jump button, you can get airborne and perform all your actions in the air, such as slashing, dodging, or jumping again. We're going to be abusing this aerial mobility to move around the map in places I don't think MiHoYo meant for us to go. Let's review the basics first so you understand well the mechanics of aerial combat. You can perform 2 jumps, even if your first jump isn't done from the ground. The jump slash or grounded charge attack counts as the first jump. Once in the air you can perform 1 dodge, which resets after the second jump or an ultimate evasion. You can also perform aerial combos by tapping the attack button 5 times, during which you will not fall. And if you keep using aerial attacks after that though, you will fall while performing them. This floating state is reset after an ultimate evasion or using Mei's aerial charge attack. One last thing we need to know is speed conservation, which is more of a movement mechanic than an aerial combat mechanic. When in running speed, you conserve that speed after a jump or dash, but are brought back to walking speed after attacking in the air. And that's all you need to know to be ready to take fight or flight. There's also this special jump dodge mechanic where the enemies turn golden, but we won't use this in this video. Now, at first, this gate seems unpassable. It extends up infinitely and is surrounded by invisible walls. Except to the left. After this lamppost, the invisible wall just ends. Simply jump through and chain your dashes and jumps to the bridge. Use aerial combos and Mei's charge attack to gain distance and some height if needed. If you don't break the platforms, they actually make things much easier. Simply dash off, jump, dash, and you should get way enough distance. And that's 1 gate passed! Hooray! Not as exciting as it looks though. This bridge is pretty barren and no enemies spawn if you don't have the tech level for the area. These little drones are still here though. If we walk a bit forward, we find a big pit before our next barrier, level 11 this time. But I really want to visit that plaza. Can't go around to the buildings, but perhaps if we start a little further back. This side of the bridge has no invisible wall, so let's just go to the edge of the path and jump around. Okay, so there is an invisible wall, but just starting after the edge of the path. Luckily it only extends to the lamppost, so we can still go around. Chaining precise aerial combos and resets can get us to the central plaza, but it's very tight. The floor actually extends further than the invisible wall lets on, so let's try going there first. After passing the lamppost, turn back onto the safe ground to get the jump dash resets. I recommend using Mei here. Her aerial combo is a lot more maneuverable, and her charge attack resets it easily. Once here, we're going to do the same strategy as the one used to get on the bridge. The floor stops just a bit before the corner of that building, so start walking towards the wall, dash a bit before then, and jump, dash, dash. Once you use all your dashes and jumps, go for the full aerial combo on, then switch to Mei. Aerial combo, charge attack to reset the floating state, another aerial combo, dash again, another aerial combo, and you should be far enough to get onto the plaza. If that's still not enough distance, you can always switch to and perform another aerial attack. And there, we made it onto this beautiful plaza with a lot more construction platforms than I expected. Once again, it's pretty empty, but it's a bit wider and nicer to explore. One strange note is, if we walk a little further, we lose control of the camera pans a little bit, as if some kind of cutscene is supposed to play. This area is pretty wide, with some special platforms for extra chests. Okay, well, I'm not opening this one soon. This place is really fun to jump around in, you get to use some pretty fancy moves. Did you know that the jump slash goes higher than the regular jump? And that dodge makes him gain a little bit of height? But enough of this, we've got new objectives to reach. 3 of them, to be exact. We will head south first. It's easiest to reach. We'll need to get back on the bridge though, no way to reach it from here. This time we'll change our angle of attack a little bit. This one's much tighter to reach in one jump. You'll need a very well timed dash, jump, dash, jump, dash into aerial combo, switch, aerial combo, charge attack, aerial combo, switch, aerial combo, switch, charge attack, aerial combo, switch, aerial combo, switch, spam the aerial combo until you recharge your charge attack for one final dash to your goal. This is a bit of a headache, so here's an easier way. Go to the central plaza and land just on the edge without heading inbounds. From there, dash out, jump, dash, and aerial combos until you get to the hole. This place I call the highway exit. Not much to see here. A few cars, a lot of explosives, and another chest I'm not opening soon. But mostly this alluring level 16 gate. But we won't be heading there yet. Our next stop now is the start of the map. Well, just next to it actually. This little arena has a level 10 gate blocking us, and 13 from the other side. That's not going to stop us though, but gates from now on are going to be harder and harder to pass. From now on, we'll be needing to pass through walls. There's no path from our bridge out of bounds to that arena without passing back inbounds. And even then, the distance is so huge it would require a few more difficult and tedious tricks. So we'll have to pass out of bounds from inside the plaza. Let's not get ahead of ourselves though. Passing through the walls is not easy. We'll need to pass through the ground first, and that's much easier. Yeah, I know, it sounds dumb, but hear me out. Walls, floors, and ceilings are only one way. If you come from under the ground, you plop up on the floor. The interesting thing is only part of your hitbox needs to be above the ground to stop you from falling through. So now we can do our trick to head to the plaza, but let ourselves fall a little bit more and do May's final combo just at the right height to get stuck partially under the ground. You've got to be careful not to be too high up though. Otherwise when going onto the road, you'll just clip back in bounds. It's a bit precise, so if you don't get it on first try, don't beat yourself up too much. But now that we're in position, we can go right up to the gate, head to the right against the wall, and our May's jump slash will clip through the wall. Now we can easily reach that little arena, and oh, what's this? Looks like we're getting a boss. And error. It looks like some kind of boss called the Armed Eagle is supposed to spawn here, but our low tech level creates an error. Luckily, Honkai Impact is pretty good at handling errors, so we can just continue and explore this area without doing the fight. It's surprisingly large, and oh boy, I thought I wasn't opening those previous chests soon. And that's gonna be it for part 1. I'm gonna make a second part soon to show you the last 2 gate skips and some more information about the third character, Carol, that's coming out just today. Until next time. I have never felt